Hi, everyone. I just wanted to come to you today and I wanted to talk with you about contracts. And there's really three different types of common contracts. One is hiring a sub, two is joint ventures and partnerships, and the third one is real property purchases. And today, what I want to talk about is hiring subcontractors. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen real quick. Got a little PowerPoint presentation here. We're going to talk about hiring a subcontractor today. I really emphasize to all of my clients that you need to get a W-9 in hand before you pay them at all. Okay, a W-9 has their name, their business name, their EIN, or their social security number, their address, and then what type of entity they are. Are they a sole prop? Are they a S corp? Are they an LLC? Are they a C corp? Are they a partnership? Are they an LLC taxed as a C corp? Um, and then that way we know if they need to get a 1099 at the end of the year. Anyone over $600 needs to have a 1099 sent to them for services. So it's really important to make sure that they're not an employee. If you're hiring a subcontractor, make sure that they're not an employee. The states are really going after businesses who are paying people as subcontractors who really should be an employee. There's like a 21-point test if they're an employee versus a subcontractor. Some of the main things that will differentiate if they're an employee versus a contractor are you telling them when to be to work, what they're supposed to be doing? Are you telling them the job descriptions? Are you supplying them with the tools and equipment to do the job? Are you telling them when it needs to be done and how it needs to be done, the hours that they're supposed to be working? If you answered yes to those questions or any of those questions, they're most likely an employee and you need to be paying them with a W-2. If you are just hiring someone to mow the grass and you don't care when it gets done and they're using their own equipment, that would be a contract labor. And then you would pay them using, a check or whatever, and then you send them a 1099 at the end of the year for anything that they did this year, as long as it's $600 or more. I would always get a contract with them. I would spell out what they're supposed to be doing, kind of the terms, get it in writing. Again, get the W-9 from them, and then understand the ramifications of every provision. And just having things clearly spelled out will save you, will save the vendor, having things clearly spelled out in the agreement. The other thing is I do not recommend using employment contracts. That could really mess up the small business owner. If you have stuff in this employment contract for, say, if you're hiring an employee of exactly what they're supposed to be doing, they could come back at you and be like, well, that's not my job description, or I haven't been doing that for that amount of dollars. So basically just use basically a letter of understanding, an at will employment letter. So, hey, I'm hiring you for this set of job skills at this this rate, and then it's at will. So you can quit at any time. I can fire you at any time, and that will be good enough for if you're actually hiring an employee. All right, I hope this was helpful. Again, I cannot stress enough, get the W-9 in hand. If you're going to be paying a subcontractor, get it in hand before you give them any money because they disappear. And that's the case we hear over and over and over again. All right. Go ahead. If this was helpful to you, go ahead and like this, share this with people, go ahead and subscribe, and we appreciate you. Thanks.